byamuranze mu myaka 10 akora nka meya no korana n'amakopinote yose cyane banyamuke barimo n'abirabura.
So that you want to come here and speak to us, please, Lord Mayor?
Hello.
Miriho.
Ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests.
Bari namwe bagabo n'abashitsi bacu twatumiye.
It is with great joy and gratitude that I welcome you all to Bradford.
Biradushimishije kubakira muri Bradford uyu munsi.
A proud city of sanctuary.
Umujyi ubuturo.
This gathering at Bradford University for our Peace Conference is not just an event, it is a very powerful affirmation of our commitment to fostering peace, understanding and unity around the world.
Iki giterane kuri University ya Bradford kuzerekanye n'amahoro
I'll brief it. It's fantastic that you're holding this conference here today in the University of Bradford.
Biradushimishije kuba mufite igiterane kuri University ya Bradford mu kuzerekanye n'amahoro.
Because here in Bradford, everybody embodies diversity, where people from various backgrounds come together.
Hano Bradford buri wese yemezanya nuko abantu batandukanye ariko bashobora gukorera hamwe.
I'm very pleased that a dialogue on the Banye Mulenge is taking place here today.
Birashimishije yuko ikiganiro ku banyamurenge kibera hano uyu munsi.
And this meeting came about reflecting back to when I had a very first meeting way back in October in the Lord Mayor's office with Dr. Dean, who I call Dr. Congo.
Ikiganiro cy'uyu munsi cyabayeho ariko twabanje gukora ibiganiro n'abandi mu kwezi kw'icumi cyane Dr. Dean nzanita Dr. Congo.
Yeah, we all sat around the table with this team of other people that came to discuss the complexities that arise in their little village. So I'm very pleased that the UK's first peace department studies is being used by the Banye Mulenge community to develop a greater understanding.
Biranshimishije kuba departement ya mbere hano mu Bwongereza ku bintu byerekanye n'ibijanye n'amahoro yateranyije igiterane uyu munsi ku kibazo cy'abanyamurenge.
And I'd really like to thank you, Dr. Dave, Dr. Uda and Professor here for organising this event and for the great 2 days that I'm sure will be taking place.
Ndashimira buri wese mu bantu bose bashoboye gutegura iki giterane yavuzemo ba Dr. na Professor avugamo na Dean.
And I'm hoping that this conference today will be inspired by each other, so together we can create a roadmap towards a more inclusive and harmonious society.
Do you mind repeating that, please? And short sentences, please? Yeah.
I'm hoping that throughout this conference, it's just the beginning.
Ndizera yuko iki giterane cy'uyu munsi ari intangiriro.
It's a beginning where you can all come together.
Intangiriro y'ikintu kinini kizaza gihuza abantu.
And let's work towards a more harmonious society.
Kugira ngo dushobore kubaka community cyangwa society ikorana neza kandi itunganye.
I'd like to say a huge thank you for all being here today, to each and every one of you.
ndashimira buri wese wabashe kuba hano uyu munsi.
And let the spirit of Bradford carry forward in all our discussions and actions.
Mureke spirit cyangwa se umwuka wa Bradford ukomeze.
Let us all make this conference a transformative experience. This is just the beginning.
Mureke tugire ibi biganiro by'impinduka nziza.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I will be working with Dr. Dean and Dr. India at the Peace Department further.
Mwakoze cyane kuntumira, nzakorana na Dr. Dean na Departement y'ibyerekeranye n'amahoro.
Thank you so much.
Mwakoze Councillor Joy.
Right, okay, so the next bit is actually to hear from your own conversations.
Gikurikiyeho nuko twumva ibijyanye n'ibiganiro mwakoze mugihe mwari mu matsinda atandukanye.
Okay. I know that there were 3 groups. Can I just see the people who are representing the groups? Who are the 3?
Hari amatsinda atatu, nifuzaga yuko mwatwereka abantu bahagarariye buri tsinda muri ayo matsinda atatu.
Can you show by raising your hand, please, if you're representing any other groups?
Namba hari abarepresenta ba buri tsinda mwatoye mwabatwereka.
I've got one here. Another group?
I'm having the summary of our facilitator.
Summary of your facilitator. So you're doing one up there.
Mandukona babiri wa gatatu.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So can I invite each facilitator? We're going to be very strict with time. So you have 7 minutes each. And I'll be very strict with time. So if I can just ask you to report back from your group discussion.
Mureke dutumire abo batatu babashe kuboneka bahagarariye gutsinda kugira ngo baze imbere buri wese afite iminota 7 kandi ntitwirenze tugaragaze kubahiriza amasaha.
Who wants to start?
Ninde wifuza kuba yatangira?
Yeah? Thank you very much.
Murakoze cyane.
Thank you so much. This group work was facilitated by Dr. Maria.
Iri tsinda nari ndimo ryari rihagarariwe na Dr. Maria.
And we answered like 2 main questions.
Twasubije ibibazo bibiri byari byabajijwe.
One was, what does it mean to you to be Munyamulenge person?
Kimwe cyari kubwawe kuba umunyamulenge ni.
How has this shaped your experience?
Icya kabiri ni kuba umunyamulenge ni gute byahaye umurongo experience wagiyemo
DRC,
umurongo w'uburyo wabaye ubuzima bwawe muri Congo
as part of diaspora community,
uburyo wabaye umwe mu bagize diaspora
in the UK
where
you are living now. Those are 2 questions. One was a little bit detailed. So, Maria has done a very short summary.
Maria dukoreye akantu k'incamake.
And we agreed probably to bring more details, answer to these questions in the evening, and then we'll hand over to her tomorrow additional information.
twavuze ko turi garagaza kwitekerezaho cyangwa se kwazura iki gisubizo yatanze twamara tukadaganira hejuru.
For main response to this discussion,
for men,
four responses.
ibisubizo bine kuri iki kibazo.
One is being Mnyamulenge is like a curse.
Kimwe ni igisubizo kimwe ni kuba umunyamurenge ni nk'umuvumo.
It's like just persisting sorrow.
Niko kwihanganira amakuba.
And just being in private of peace.
Private or deprived?
The private of peace, yes.
Niko kwamburwa amahoro.
That was a short response.
Icyo ni igisubizo kigufi twabasha kubona.
The most critical thing was the response from one young person who was in the group.
Most critical response?
Yes, response from the youngest person in the group.
Kimwe mu gisubizo cyatanzwe no mu rubyiruko.
He said being Mnyamulenge is a big problem.
Nuko yavuze ngo kuba umunyamurenge ni ikibazo.
Because you can't tell your own history.
Yuko udashobora kuvuga amateka yawe.
And you can't tell about your past.
Ushobora kuvuga amateka yawe.
And you just keep learning to be resilient.
Nuko ukomeza kuba umunyeshuri wo kwihangana.
The other response was like different things are happening.
Ikindi gisubizo cyari uko ibintu byinshi bitandukanye bitari koreka.
But we have lost everything we used to own.
Ariko muri ibyo hagati aho ngaho ibyo ubwoko bw'abanyamurenge bwari butunze bwose twabibuze.
And we have been just ignored by the government.
Ikindi nuko birengagijwe na guverinoma yabo ya Kongo.
Mainly for those who have been killed.
Cyane cyane ku bishwe.
But also there is a big case of people who went in captivity in neighborhood countries.
Ikindi nuko hari abantu bafashwe amateka bakaja mu bihugu by'abaturanyi.
And they are staying there more than 300 who were being captured in 1996 until now. They are in neighborhood governments.
Hakaba hari abantu barenze 300 bakiri mu bihugu by'abaturanyi bafashwe nk'amateka.
Among those are women whom their husbands have been killed.
Muri abo hari abadamu abagabo babo bishwe.
And being taken by those to be wives of those who killed their husbands.
Bakaba barafashwe amateka kugira ngo baje kuba abadamu babisha abagabo babo.
And the world and powerful countries are just went quiet on this matter.
Isi n'ibihugu bikomeye byaracecetse.
When to discuss in the future,
ijambo tuzavugaho ubutaha
it's enlarge the history of Banyamulenge.
No kugaragaza kuko twari uburyo twakwagura amateka y'Abanyamulenge.
Dig on the politics dimensions.
Cyane cyane ku bintu byerekanye na politiki.
Culture.
Imico.
And the pain and sorrow that they are going on.
Imibabaro n'agahinda kari mu Banyamulenge muri iyi minsi.
Last not least,
icyanyuma atari cyo gitoya,
that it's unusual
ntibisanzwe
see the only way of feeding Banyamulenge who are still in the country.
Kubona uburyo bwo kugaburira Abanyamulenge bari mu gihugu bari mu bibazo.
Their only survival is belonging to Banyamulenge in the diaspora.
Kubona uburyo bwo kugaburirwa n'abo Banyamulenge bari mu gihugu bari no mu bibazo ari ubufasha buva mu bana babo bari mu mahanga.
Countries where they are living in,
ibihugu batuyemo
UN,
ONU,
and religious people,
abanyamadini
and humanitarian organizations,
n'amaorganisation n'abashyirahamwe yita ku kiremwa cya muntu
have just decided to wait quiet.
bahisemo guceceka.
Why?
Kubera iki?
And what can we do
ni iki twakora
so that we can be also considered as human beings?
kugira ngo natwe dufatwe nk'abantu?
This is a summary of our book.
icyo ni icyo twavamo cyane ko twageza n'izina ryacu. Murakoze cyane.
Thank you so much. That was a fantastic summary from that group. When I did my opening, I remember asking all of us to listen, to hear each other.
ndibuka ko nababwiye mu gihe mwashaka kuja mu matsinda yuko twagerageza kumva ibiva muri umwe n'undi tukaganira tugasangizanya ibitekerezo.
Because when you hear such emotive reflections,
yuko iyo wumvishije ibintu nk'ibyo,
it just takes the grace of God to stay human in that experience.
bisaba ubuntu bw'Imana kugira ngo the grace of God.
Yes, it takes the grace of God to stay human here in that.
bisaba ubuntu bw'Imana gusa kugira ngo dukomeze kuba abantu.
Thank you very much.
Murakoze cyane.
May I invite a representative of the second group, is that you?
umwanya n'uwa uhagarariye itsinda rya kabiri. Murakoze.
So we looked at the same questions that all of the groups explored.
twarebye ibibazo twatekerejeho ni bimwe n'iby'andi matsinda yatekerejeho.
And our discussion actually started from people talking about their pride in being part of the Banyamulenge community.
ibiganiro byacu byatangiye hejuru yo kumva abantu bavuga ko ari ishema ryo kuba abanyamulenge, niho twatangiriye.
But it was clear that that was also then quite complicated by the experiences that are part of that community.
Can you repeat that, please? It was clear.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of complicated emotions then, I think, that went alongside the plan.
Okay, nubwo twavuze kuba hejuru y'ishema ryo kuba umunyamulenge, haje kugaragaraho amarangamutima amwe yari yerekanye ububabare abanyamulenge banyuzemo.
So, someone spoke about it as a wounded community, and it was clear that there was a lot of experiences of trauma in our group.
Hari bamwe bavuze kubyerekanye no ihamuka n'amakuba yabaye mu bwoko bwacu bw'abanyamulenge.
And I think there was also a strong sense that several people talked about feeling abandoned as a community.
Ikindi no kumva ko batawe nk'ubwo batitaweho na guverinoma se cyangwa igihugu batuyemo.
And there were questions about why the international community is not responding, why there was a sense of silence.
Hari ikibazo cy'uko impamvu community international itagira icyo ibikoraho kandi bacecetse.
And the question of why us.
Ikindi kibazo cyagarutse kweri kuki umunyamulenge.
And then when we talked about what is it like to be part of a diaspora, there were a few themes that came up.
Ikibazo cya kabiri cyerekanye no kuba umwe mu bagize diaspora.
And one of those, I think, is that members of the diaspora feel responsible for their community and for the community in the Congo, partly because there's so little action from other parts of the international community.
icyagiye kigarukaho nuko benshi bumva ko bafite inshingano z'abasigaye mu gihugu yuko bo bari mu bihugu birimo amahoro bari bamwe mu bari muri diaspora.
We also talked about some of the challenges of now living in the UK, and not from choice but from necessity.
Twagiye tugaruka no mu bibazo bijanye no gutura mu Kongereza bidatewe n'amahitamo ahubwo ari no choice but
out of necessity.
Okay, bidatewe n'amahitamo ariko bimeze.
And there were some practical challenges, so for example to do with employment and language barriers.
Hari ibibazo pratique bijamwe no bintu do kubona imirimo.
And also
n'inzitizi z'ururimi.
And also some around anti-migrant discourses in the UK and other countries as well.
Akaba n'ikibazo c'abantu batishimira abimukira se abantu baje mu Kongereza.
And a sense of sadness about not knowing whether the promises you would like to make to your children can be delivered, and kind of having heard them yourselves perhaps as children as well.
N'akababaro kagenda no kumva yuko ibyo kwizeza abana bacu tudashobora kuzabigera.
And then towards the end we also started an interesting discussion around gender and the experiences of women.
Mu gihe twarimo dusoza umwanya twarimo tuganira ikiganiro cyacu hajeho ikintu cy'abategarugori.
And some of that was about the specific forms of violence that are enacted particularly against women.
Haza kwerekana ibibazo abategarugori bahura nabyo.
And how that's a way of also attacking and undermining the dignity of the community.
Ibyo bibazo byerekana cyane uburyo community ibura ni community y'abanyamurenge cyangwa ni y'abakongomani imico y'abakongomani idahesha agaciro abategarugori abari n'abategarugori.
But then we also got to some questions maybe for the community to discuss amongst each other around that. So about, for example, whether inheritance laws and the lack of a vote for women are fair and are something that should continue to be part of our culture.
Hajeho n'ibibazo abagize community y'abanyamurenge bazaganira ku byerekeranye n'imico. Ariko karuga imigabane can you repeat this?
Twavuze yuko impamvu tukiri inyuma nuko na bino bihugu nabyo ko turagenda dukakira kuko bino bihugu byari inyuma nabyo tibyemeraga amatora y'abadamu ariko ubu byagiye bihinduka n'iwacu byenda
Okay, hajeho akantu ko icyizere yuko wenda iwacu bizahinduka yuko abategarugori badahabwa agaciro nk'uko bagakwiriye.
And the final thing maybe was about thinking about next steps, but I think that's something we'll pick up a bit more tomorrow. Icyo twarangije kurangirizaho ni ikizakorwa ejo, ubwo ngubwo tuzakivuga kurambuye ejo mu
Thank you very much.
mwakoze cyane.
Thank you to the members of that group for your honesty.
Arakoze wari uhagarariye itsinda rya kabiri.
May I invite the representative of the third group, please.
Umwanya ni wari uhagarariye itsinda rya gatatu.
Yeah, I think the same sentiments were echoed, I think, in all groups.
Ndibwira ko ibyavuzwe isano mu matsinda yose.
So our group talks a lot about what it means for those who were born and raised here, and those that have moved here from the Congo after conflict.
Isina ryacu ryavuze abantu banyamurenge bavukiye hano bakanahakurira n'abavukiye muri Congo bakimukira hano mu Bwongereza.
But we also talked about the sense of identity and what brings us together.
Twavuze zerekanye ni ikiranga abantu.
And I think one of the things that was mentioned was about our faith and how faith brings us together too. And I think the overall message of our group mainly, I can't really add much more because it was about the same themes as all of you mentioned here. Was that being Mulenge is what binds everybody together. Yeah, I think that's pretty much because same themes were discussed by all groups. So yeah, shows everybody's on the same page. Great.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right, okay. I think it's really great to hear the consistency of feeling, the consensus of how deep the emotions, the feelings are.
Nibwira ko ari byiza kumva kubyo twumvishe ko byose bigiye bisa.
And I don't think it will be fair for me to try and summarize everything, because if you have any sense of humanity,
kandi nkumva bitoroshye kuvuga ngo nkora incamake y'ibyo mumaze kuvuga, ariko namba wumva uha agaciro ikiremwa muntu,
you will hear very strongly how displacement can dehumanize.
Urasobanukirwa neza uburyo itotezwa ryahindura umuntu.
And it was really good to hear the honesty in our own community reflections.
Ni byiza kuba twumvise ibitekerezo bitangwa na community yacu yonyine, ibyo bavamo byadushimishije cyane.
I think I was really moved by Ute's group, just really looking at each other, thinking about what are we inflicting on ourselves as part of the consequence of the displacement.
Can you repeat that? Ute's group?
Yes, about women. There's a group that reflected on how the consequence of the displacement is making us act in a way that is not helping women.
Okay. Itsinda ryagutse ryishikarije kuvuga ku gitsina gore cyangwa se abari n'abategarugori, kandi izo twarebaga ingaruka y'itoterwa ku bagore n'uburyo rishobora guhindura kiremwa muntu.
So this is what happens when you have an opportunity to just come together and think about the things that bind us as people.
Ibintu nibyo biza bikoreka mu gihe abantu baje hamwe bakicara bakaganira bakareba ibintu bihuje nk'abantu.
The other important thing is, and this is where the young person who talked about a feeling that yes, we are resilient, but it's taking a toll.
Ikindi kintu cyavuzwe cy'ingenzi n'umwana muto wavuze cyangwa se umusore wavuze ko yes, kwihangana n'ibyo kwihangana ni byiza, ariko iyo byabaye byinshi nabyo biza biremera, biravuna.
I think it's also important to let's not feel guilty in this.
kandi ni ngombwa ko nabasaba yuko tutakwicira urubanza muri ibi ngibi.
The last thing you want to do is if you've been displaced and you've lost everything, you cannot turn on yourself.
Ikintu wakora numva kitabwirira umumaro nuko wakwicira urubanza mu gihe wiciwe bakanakuvanya mu zawe naho wari utuye. Icyo ndibwira ko nta kamaro cyakugirira.
So let's stick with that pride, the pride that we are making best use and owning our identity.
Mureke dukomereze ku ishema ryo kumva ko pride of ishema ryo kumva ko turabo turibo kandi dufite community y'abanyamurenge.
And also let's celebrate the strength that when you are in the situation that you rely on each other more.
Celebrate what this yani mureke kwishimira yuko mu gihe turi kumwe bishobora mu gihe turi kumwe kugira ngo tuganire ibintu nk'ibi ibibazo duca mu ushobora kuduha imbaraga.
So I guess on this note, because this is the beginning of the dialogue and we have a lot more to do tomorrow, I'm going to pass you back to
iri ni itangiriro ry'ibiganiro tuzakomereza ejo ijambo ni rya Professor Anand.
Thank you very much, Udi.
Murakoze, Udi. Is it Udi or Udi? Murakoze cyane Udi.
There are some people online. If you want to ask any question, you can post on the chat. I'll pick the commitment.
Abantu bari online wifuza kubaza ikibazo yakibaza muri chat turaza kwisubiza mu kanya.
And so while we have the Lord Mayor here and Udi here, if any of you want to ask a question or make a comment, please keep it brief. Time is short. She has to leave for next meeting. But by all means, I will take a few questions from the floor.
Mu gihe tugifite Mayor na Udi hano, umuntu wifuza kugira icyo yavuga akubaza ikibazo cye cyangwa ikintu cyose yashaka kuvuga, ndasaba ko bisaba ariko mugerageze kubaza ibibazo byanyu mu ncamake.
And while you are thinking about that, I'm going to tell you what happens next. So after that, I will invite Dean to say a few words of thanks on behalf of the community to Bev. And then I'll come back to the final part to say about tomorrow. Yeah, so Dean. After the questions, I will ask Dean to say a few words.
Murangiza ibibazo Dean aratambuka imbere hari icyo ashaka kuvuga mu ncamake.
And then I'll come at the end to speak about it.
Ndaza gukurikiraho mvuga izo tuzabwira.
So, it's your time. If you have any questions, comments, you want to say something, keep it simple. She's very kind, she has consent.
Thank you, Mayor, for coming again. I just have a quick question. Very short. When Dean approached what made you to say yes, and what were you looking to accomplish?
What is next?
Yes. What is your next step in your office to do on this issue other than the university working?
murumva ikindi mwazakora usibye ibyabaye mu kiganiro cy'uyu munsi kuri kaminuza.
I'd like to receive a copy of the report.
Ndifuza kubona kopi ya report.
I would then, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'd like to get a copy of the report.
Ndifuza kuzabona kopi ya report.
I will then speak to one or two of our MPs who actually work down in Parliament.
Nzavugana n'aba MP babiri bacu bakorera muri Parliament.
Or I will arrange a meeting with them and Dr. Dean.
Cyangwa nzagerageza kubahuza na Dr. Dean.
Find out the next step forward, who we need to go speak to help people like yourselves.
Kugira ngo barebe hamwe uburyo bagira icyo bakora kuri iki kibazo cya community yanyu.
I think the more the problems are highlighted,
ndibwira ko ibibazo
the more publicity, people talking,
ndibwira ko uko ibibazo bimenyekana cyane,
things may start moving. We need to get help to help your community.
ibintu byatangira gutungana.
I can't promise,
Ntabwo
but I will
ndi bubizeze,
promise to do everything I can.
ntabwo ndi bubizeze itangaza. Murakoze cyane. Murakoze. Ikindi kibazo? Hari undi kibazo?
Thank you. I think what Mayor knows that the university is not behind her, so.
Ndibwira ko Lord Mayor ko university tumushyigikiye rwose mu byo yavuze zose tumuri inyuma. Murakoze.
So can you
Thank you very much. I would like to start thanking those who organized the event. I'd like to thank you to those who came as our guests today. This is one of the things that heals our hearts, because we never had a space to cry.
tunashima n'ubuyobozi bw'iki gihugu twakira kandi bukagereza kubaho bikarusha aho twafashe tukandi twita kari iwacu.
Would like to thank the government of this country as well.
Akabazo mfite rero ni kamwe.
My question is,
mwadukize iki ko dutekereza ko ibibazo byacu amahanga yose abizi ko byageze ku rwego ubutegetsi runaka uje kwiyamamaza abwira abazamutora kwicaza bakorera ko twirukana bakatwica bigaca ku mamediya bakabibona uhabaka ibitize ariko twatabarwa cyangwa kugira ngo uzajye kuza amateka y'ejo hazaza.
what hope can we have on a change that you can that can be brought about by your input, because the campaign that's being done by the government or those seeking for power in DRC is that their reward is the killing of Banyamulenge. If they put them on power, their rewards will be killing the Banyamulenge community. What hope can your input bring to us that such thing will not be put into action?
To
end, I would like to give an example for MP called Peter Quira, DRC MP, not UK MP. He said that his reward, if he gets elected, is killing Banyamulenge and kick them out of DRC. my other request is continued friendship. I would like to request from you, and if possible, visit our country actually and see what it is like there.
I don't know how to answer that one. I can't promise anything, but what I can do is make sure your voices are heard and your concerns are heard.
icyizere bacu nyine no kugerageza mu bushobozi bwanyu kugira ngo ibibazo byanyu byumvikane ahantu hatandukanye.
I could possibly try to take a few of you down to Parliament and speak to them.
You could possibly.
I could possibly try arrange to take a few of you down.
Yeah, ashobora kugerageza gutwara bamwe muri mwe muri Parliament mukagerageza kumvikanisha icyo kibazo cyanyu.
To raise your concern, because the more people that learn about what's going on, people like yourselves who don't have a voice, nothing happens, but we need to make sure one of these meetings happens in every city across the UK. Every city you need to be arranging conferences, these conversations, and then together in numbers, maybe something good will happen.
Icyo kibazo cyari cyumvikana n'abantu benshi hano mu Bwongereza, ndizera ko hari ikintu cyiza kizavamo yuko dushobora kugaragaza uburyo imijyi itandukanye y'Ubwongereza yaza zikora amakonferanse nk'aya, kandi yemeje ko ashobora gushoboza yuko bamwe muri twe baza muri kominote Banyamulenge yazaja muri Parliament akabona n'abaye murakoze.
Any question from ladies?
Ikibazo kiva mu mwari n'umugore
Comment question.
cyangwa se akantu bashaka kongeraho gatoya, umwari cyangwa umusigarugori umwe. Yes, there's one there.
Yeah, can you send the mic?
Ni mumuhe microphone please. Thank you very much. My name is Jean. My name is Jean. My question is similar to what you just answered, but I feel like I need to answer it slightly different maybe, or sorry, did I say answer it? Ask it slightly differently, or in a similar way, but I feel like it needs to be asked again. The question is, what can we do? We need your input in terms of what can we do for the issue of Banyamulenge to be widely known, and we need an answer really. What can we do for an answer? Yes, it needs to be widely known first, and also we need an answer.
I think we just need to raise awareness continuously. I've got radio stations in Bradford, and if you want to go on to BCB radio and talk about your issues, get it out there, get people talking about it.
Icyo twakora cyane numva nuko kimenyekanisha cyane uburyo bwose butandukanye, uburyo dushoboye kose kukimenyekanishamo tukakimenyekanishamo.
On International Women's Day in City Hall on March the 8th, we had two young, very inspirational speakers from the Banyamulenge community saying poems, singing, and mother and daughter came and telling us all about the horrific atrocities that have been going on to the women there and the young girls.
Umunsi w'abari n'abategarugori umunsi wizihiza abategarugori n'abari ku isi, abategarugori babiri b'abanyamulengekazi bavuze ijambo City of Hope ya mu mujyi wa Hall
City Hall.
They have already done that, or they?
No, they did it March the 8th, they came in, International Women's Day, hundreds of women there.
Yeah, hari abategarugori magana bahaye ijambo abadamu babiri, abategarugori n'abari babiri b'abanyamurenge. Iyo ni intangiriro, ni ikintu cya mbere, and you would wish for it to continue?
Yes.
Kandi nizera ko byakomeza n'ubutaha bakazaza babaha ijambo.
Whereabouts do you have a community? Do you have a community centre or a building where you all meet? Is there a place where we could get visitors to come and speak to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We've been saying no. When we can arrange, we don't have a specific house, but if some people they came to speak to us, we can organize together and call everyone, then we can listen.
Okay, I'm conscious of time. Yeah, because Lord Mayor's escort, when he appears, then that means, he's getting impatient. So.
Iyo mubonye bimbwira ko amasaha ari kugenda kandi aba afite inshingano nyinshi.
So let me invite Dean to say a few words.
Reka Dean ahaguruka agire icyo atubwira.
Reka dusabe umuvandimwe yavuze umwanya muri nawe kuvuga asuka amazi mu ngongoro bene bamutambuka nawe gufasha. Yakoze rwose nawe bakubona.
Oh, yes.
Uyu ni umunsi mwiza cyane.
This is a wonderful day. Oh, you can hear me? I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Beatrice from Canada. Beatrice kuva muri Canada.
It's a wonderful day to be with Beatrice from Canada.
Yashimishijwe nuko Bradford City ifite umumeya w'umumama.
She's been pleased about the Bradford City has a female mayor.
And she's saying one day one person umuntu umwe kuva muri ubu bwoko nawe ashobora kuzayobora iyi mbere.
She's dreaming of seeing him occupy the same position.
Hari indirimbo turirimba dusanzwe turirimba.
We have a song that we usually sing.
Tukavuga ngo uyu ni umunsi Imana yaremye.
Which says this is a day that has made.
Kugira ngo tuwishimiremo.
So we can be happy in it.
Rero uyu ni umunsi w'amateka ubwoko bwacu.
This is a very remarkable day within our community history.
Atari kuri aba bicaye hano gusa.
Not only for those sitting in here today with us,
ariko n'abari murenge turimo kuvuga ubu nyine batuye hariya.
But also for our relatives and Banyamulenge here in Congo.
Ntabwo mvuga nk'uhagarariye community.
I'm not talking as someone leading our community here.
Kuko dufite umuyobozi uhagarariye community hano mu Bwongereza abasha guhaguruka hariya mukamubona.
Because we have our leader here in the UK leading the community.
Azavuga ejo asoza hamwe na Professor Udi basezera abantu azabona umwanya wiwo kuvuga.
And he's going to have his word tomorrow at the end of the event.
Ariko mpagaze hano kuvuga nk'umwe mu bashinzwe guhuza ibikorwa by'iyi conference.
But I'm here as one of the coordinators of this conference.
Ariko ndavuga mu izina ry'abanyamurenge.
But I'm talking on behalf of the entire Kanyamalenga community as well, members, on behalf of members of the Kanyamalenga community.
Reka mwebwe muri aha ngaha n'abashyitsi bari aha.
I will invite you, all of you here.
Mumfashe dushime uyu muyobozi Lord Mayor.
To join in with me to thank I was seeing a gentleman there that maybe got something going on.
Lord Mayor, Arisina Twams.
Lord Mayor, we just baptized her a name from a community, I don't know.
Iryo zina turarizi kandi n'izina ry'ikinyamurenge.
It is a Kinyamulenge name.
Twamwise Nyirabitwe. Muri groupe yacu tuvuze ngo twavuganye na Nyirabitwenge.
When we talk about we've been in touch with the joyful,
Lord Mayor,
we mean Lord Mayor.
Kandi turashima kuko iki gitekerezo cyaje ari uyobora Bradford.
And we are thankful that we had this idea when she is currently leading the city of Bradford.
Kuba twabonye iyi conference niwe bitubikesha.
We had the opportunity to hold this conference. Thanks for her.
Kaminuza yari yatubwiye yuko nta mwanya uhari uyu mwaka.
Normally the university was still not quite sure, but I'm not. He is saying, not me. I'm going to put it straight. Don't worry. Because the university, they work with a strict schedule sometimes. It is very hard to get space for something that they hadn't planned. They were quite positive about the idea, but they were quite struggling to get space to fit the event within, and they were suggesting to do it maybe a little bit later. I'm not sure. It seems like Anna is not agreeing. But when we had a chat with the mayor and them all together, they agreed to find a space for the event in April altogether.
Mu rwego rwa Kaminuza barimo Dr. Udi uhagarariye Kaminuza hano tuzabona umwanya wo kumushima cyane ejo dusoza kino gikorwa.
From the university point of view, chaired by Dr. Udi and Anna today, I think we'll get time to give Udi time and by tomorrow, thank them for what they did. But let us allow us to thank Lord Mayor today, as she won't be here tomorrow with us. So we thank you very much. We thank you because you are good to be there.
Abaguhaye izi nshingano natwe twari kuziguha kubera umutima wawe mwiza.
We also thank for those who trusted in you. If even if we were in a position to elect, to decide, it would have been done the same. Because it deserved to be in this position. So I'm not going to take long. We kindly ask you so you can accept to be part of our community.
watubwiye yuko uzahamagara abayamukiri bari hano Bradford.
You told us about the possibility to link us with MPs and the members of parliament.
Iyo nama
nzabikora kandi nzabatumira mwese.
Twifuza yuko tuzazana ubuyobozi ariko tugahura n'ubuyobozi bwa kaminuza nabwo uzabuhamagara.
It would be a great idea when you invite us if we can get some invitees from the university side as well. So we can again talk about this issue all together since we're together.
Watwemereye yuko tuzakorana tukajya muri panel.
I want to say that. Yeah, you suggest that we would go together to the parliament because we're not arrange this.
Turagusaba yuko nanone wazaduhamagarira intumwa zivuye muri university tukajyana nazo.
Like I said already, we hope that we can make an arrangement so we can go with the university's teachers and the researchers.
Rero turashimye cyane.
We thank you a lot.
Hari akantu gatoya twaguteguriye.
We have a small gift from our community.
Ntabwo gaheze nk'ibyo kanso yaguhaye biwambaye.
It is just a small, it's not that expensive, just a small sign of recognition. It's not as expensive as what you have on your children. I would like our young children to come forward. This small bag.
Akagafuka.
This small bag.
Kuzuye agahinda k'ababyeyi batanga. I'm saying this small bag represent God's love and peace and prosperity and prayers from our community. We wish you long life, happiness, and holiness. Sorry. My fellow Congolese, before I sit, basabye yuko mwaba muraba ariko tugafata ifoto y'urwibutso noneho akantu kazi ngo ni hano hari kamera ngo mukomeze aho mwicaye noneho bamuzana ngo gufata ifoto y'urwibutso. Wa musore uriya musore muremure aho ufite kamera imwe ndende ngo atambuka ahangaha aze gufata ifoto ye.
So it's your skill now. You get everybody. You can get in the chair if you want. That's fine. Be careful, yeah? Be careful, yeah? Don't hurt
mumbabarire hari abantu nagombaga gushima nubwo ahari ntabavuze nibagiwe. Mumbabarire no muratumye.
I'm very sorry I have just missed out to send my thanks to some of the guests who are here. Yes. Okay.
Mumbabarire nari nibagiwe ariko ni byiza ngo mbivuge.
I'm very sorry for this. I have forgotten some points.
Gushima umugabo witwa James Joseph.
I really want to thank a gentleman called James Joseph.
Ndagira ngo atambuke hano nawe.
I really want to ask you to come forward.
Nanone ndifuza gushima umugabo witwa Thomas.
I also want to invite a gentleman called Thomas.
Hari na Michel udahari niba hari nawe sinzi.
Michel has just left, yeah.
Ndagira ngo ntambutse na nyuma wararitse atambuke.
I would also
aba bagabo ni abantu bagenda mu makonferanse bafite kwamamaza ikibazo cy'abanyamurenge.
They go everywhere with the main aim for advocating and talking about the Banyamulenge.
Abantu bamenyereye Thomas.
For those who are familiar with Thomas,
muzi ko igihe cyose twibutse mu gatumba buri gihe aba hari yararitse n'abashyitsi.
Every single time we actually celebrate the commemoration of the Gatumba massacre, he is always with us.
Hari ukuntu iyo umuntu atigeze abantu bagira ngo ntazi kuvuga ariko buriya Thomas ari mu bantu b'abanyamurenge dufite muri iki gihugu.
Sometimes when you see someone speaking quite okay, he doesn't know how to talk. He's one of the most brilliant guys we have in this country.
Uyu mugabo ni umudokita nawe.
This gentleman is a doctor as well.
Kandi ahora no muri parlement.
He is always member of parliament.
Nawe uhereye muri iyi minsi mbere yuko ahazaza hose ku kibazo cy'abanyamurenge.
And he has also talk about issues affecting the Banyamulenge.
Mumbabarire dushimira ndetse.
Please allow me to thank Mr. Bradford. He doesn't use his mouth or microphone, so you know, he just uses his hand to write. We thank you very much. Yes, thank you, John. Thank you very much. Back to you, Anna. I think there are some comments that you need to perhaps you want.
I think for a topic like this, like Maria said, we need to be here till Monday. But if I say that, you might kill me. Yeah. So I think we need also energy to continue the discussions tomorrow. There is, I think, some homework for you to do. So, when you partner with academics, you know that homework is part of it. Right? In a sense, I think we need to kind of think in terms of, as we started this morning, how do we kind of articulate and which framing do we use? In the morning, Owen mentioned about different framings, 4 different framings that we could use. He's teaching this afternoon, so that's why he sent his apologies, but he will be here with us all day tomorrow. So I think these framings are very important. When we want to have a dialogue and discussion, I think we should be able to show that we are open, we are committed to listening, and we are also committed to accepting and supporting as much evidence as possible.
Mu gihe tuganira ku bintu nk'ibi atekereza ko biri ngombwa cyane ko tuba committed mu gutekereza mu gufashanya committed to reasoning, supporting each other, and also being open for evidence. So as academics, we always say that your evidence must support your argument. Abigisha tuvuga ko buri gihe ko ibihamya ufite bigomba gufasha ibyo uvuga. But in very complex kind of situations, it's very difficult to be able to produce that kind of evidence. Ariko mu bintu bigoye nk'ibi rimwe na rimwe biragora kubona ibihamya nk'ibi. So as we saw in the case of one of the most successful Truth and Reconciliation Commissions, which is in South Africa, so we saw that over a period of time, it has helped also to serve the community to accept different forms of evidence, but also to listen and to be open and to learn some really, really difficult and challenging things. Certain other Truth and Reconciliation Commissions did not work that well. We know that. It was in South Africa? No, other places. South Africa worked well. Yeah, in South Africa, the platform was there. So hopefully, eventually, we will reach a point where, in these dialogues, discussions, I can see maybe a year, 1.5 years ahead. Maybe at some point we will reach that stage where we can have that kind of a commission. But that's what we have to work towards. But in all of those, I think we don't have people like Mandela or Desmond Tutu to lead us, but we have to kind of use them as inspiration.
And what they have done, I think, is a real inspirational example for us to emulate. So these are, I think, open-ended questions, and hopefully in the working paper that we are going to write after the workshop, we will pose various kinds of alternative pathways. Tomorrow morning session will examine some of those issues, including how new technologies like AI, and Bilal is here, so we'll be exploring and we'll kind of think about how in this kind of context of new technology, social media, AI, what can we do, how we can use those for advancing peace.
bimwe mu byo twavuze ejo mu gatondo tuzabisubiramo, ariko cyane cyane tuzareba uruhare rwa social media cyangwa se tekinoloji mu buryo yadufasha kugira ngo ibi bintu bizadufasha cyane ariko mu buryo bwa tekinoloji.
So that is, we start at 9:30, that is the first session.
Tomorrow ejo tuzatangira saa 3:30. 9:30. Okay.
Tomorrow we start early, we finish early.
ejo tuzatangira kare turangize kare.
And then we have, after that, the second part of the workshop, like today, again split into 3 groups, same groups.
Nyuma nanone tuzigabura mu matsinda kuko twabikoze none.
Same groups.
Aya magrupe nyine buri muntu azira muri groupe yarimo.
And then in the afternoon we have 2 panel discussions to conclude, to draw us towards next steps.
Nimugoroba turangiza tuzagira abapanelists bo twabikoze turangiza.
So we hope that you will get good rest and also to think about this and come with more ideas for us to think ahead for.
Ndizera ko musubira mu mago mukaruhuka mukazaza ejo mufite ibitekerezo byiza mufashe umunsi uzagenda neza.
Okay, so thank you very much. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. To all the people who were able to join on live stream, some here, I think some in the other channel as well. So thank you very much, and we see you here in the morning by 9:30. Time. British time.
You know, in African time, it would be like around 10. So ndizera ko tuzabona namwe ejo mu gatondo saa 3:30 ariko bwana saa 3:30 z'abanyafurika.
I didn't hear the applause. Did they applaud?
Mwese mwakubise amashyi.